Hey, what's going on, Gally?
Hey, Ken, how are you doing?
Not much. Seeing how I can convince Pete that his blue screen is because he has some kind of corrupt file or one of his drivers and shit's not working right. But he seems to think his computer's dead.
Yeah, I saw his post on the Discord on the Sunday Game channel.
Yeah, I looked up his error code and it's not because his computer's dead.
Oh, so yeah. Well, for some people, a bad driver might be as well as a dead computer. But hopefully he's got some nearby competent tech support, or if he can be convinced to reload whatever it is that is bad, maybe that will. Or I guess you'd have to boot up in safe mode or whatever and then try to reload, uninstall and reinstall whatever's causing the problem.
Damn, still takes me 10 minutes to actually get in the damn chat.
Hey, how are you doing?
Not the greatest, to be honest with you. Today's been such a shitty day, and it's crazy because everybody I talked to's had a shitty day too. I don't know what it is about today, but damn.
Yeah, it's like we were just, I don't know if you saw on the Discord, but Ivy is having some issues today, and then in the Sunday game on the Discord for that game, one of the players said that his computer died. It might be something less severe than that, but he seems to be afraid that his computer has gone the way of the last dodo. So that's...
I had a pretty relaxing, easygoing day. I can't complain.
My day's been good.
Wow. I got like 4 hours of sleep, woke up to bad news, and it's just been one thing after another today. Fucking somebody I cared about died or took their life.
Oh, no.
It's just been a mess.
Oh, that's not good news.
Sorry to hear that, Chris.
Yeah, things are going to get worse. It's just terrible out there right now. We gotta stick together and love each other as much as we can. Be nice.
You got that. You got that right, man. Hey, speaking of sticking together, welcome everybody. Hello, viewer. It is Thursday night. It is 8 p.m. here on the East Coast. I am DM Galabond. I am joined by a quorum in the Discord. Yes, a quorum, not a full complement of players tonight. But we have some enough folks here to go ahead and have a session. This is the Sword Coast Chronicles, and it looks like tonight we have Chris, James, Ken, and Vernon. Hopefully, we will be joined at some point by Wesley, although he has been on the front lines of this fight against the coronavirus for the last few months, and had it hit home with an illness in the house recently, but he was back with us last week, so hopefully he's up to playing tonight. And this is a nasty, nasty thing that's going around, so we certainly wish everyone who has been affected a speedy recovery if possible, and we mourn for those who we have lost with this. I kind of got away from it the last couple of months, but as things seemed like they were getting a little better, but feels like tonight is a good night to just check in. And Chris, sorry that you've had a crummy day. Ken, you say your day has been okay, and you're looking forward to a nice trip this weekend, hopefully.
Yeah,
Go on.
I'm a little cautious though. Like, I think yesterday had 7,000 new cases in Texas, so I imagine it's going to like quadruple and triple, and triple, quad, and all this other stuff, But I'm still going to go because we're going to be pretty secluded. So.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Well, and being outdoors, and I presume it's a fairly small group on this fishing boat, so you won't be like in the middle of a Pearl Jam concert or something like that.
It's so bad. Vanilla Ice canceled a concert in Texas.
Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah. When Vanilla Ice has to cancel concerts, things are getting bad. James, how was your day? How have you been doing?
Well, it's pretty good. Ever since coronavirus hit, since like March, I've been working from teleworking basically. And so I've spent a lot of time with the family over the last few months. Today, while two of my older daughters went out to get lunch somewhere, I took two of my younger kiddos to the park, and we grabbed something to eat and had lunch at a picnic and enjoyed the weather. So it was a good day.
Nice. Yeah. We've been working from home since March 17th or March 16th. Actually, it was the Monday, the 16th, and we have been, our leadership has said with all of the families that have school-age kids among our workforce, they're like, okay, nobody should even worry about trying to return to work in the office until the school's open, and goodness knows when that's going to be now.
Especially since you guys are surging in Florida, just like Texas.
Yeah, it's like I think over 10,000 cases today. But
my current county's plan for August is to have half the kids go to school on like Monday, Tuesday, and the other half go Thursday, Friday, and or do alternating days. So like twice a week go to school, and the other 2 days school at home.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's a nightmare what these schools are trying to figure out what to do. I don't envy the school.
Yeah, it's a it's a crazy thing, and the market.
Evening, everyone.
Hey, how are you doing there?
The fun stuff's going to be when September, October happens, and the regular flu kicks in as well. That's where the fun's going to start.
Oh goodness, yeah, Wesley. Yeah, you're right about that.
Because you won't know if you've got the regular flu, if you've got a common cold, or do you have COVID? Without a test that takes 4 or 5 days to get back by then,
Yeah,
it's gonna be scary.
We might be full blood anarchy by then, because a lot of people are getting evicted from their apartments.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
we're gonna start seeing the after effects pretty soon. It's not gonna be pretty.
I'm talking probably several million homeless.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But enough of that.
I thought they were supposed to approve another stimulus check for all that.
Well,
yeah, when the
company's got
two
all the money they
parties
needed the first time, so
thing
Head
about
over
the
to-
stimulus checks is like people that aren't able to work, that buys them food. It's not going to pay the mortgage or the car payments or any of the other stuff.
Yeah, it's they've had 2 months to pass another one, but they got cocky. Like I called it. I hate being right. But
Well, I
it's not
understand
about
them.
that.
I understand them wanting to make sure money's spent right, because the last time they approved a bunch of shit and then it got wasted. Like the small business loan ended up going to big companies.
Yeah.
But that was kind of already written into the bill. It's just nobody really paid attention to it, except a few people. But we're here to play D&D and forget about our troubles for 3 hours.
I apologize for being a little bit late. I was doing man stuff. I was bush hogging. Let the time slip on me.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, good. Well, we were just hoping that you guys were all getting recovered there at your house. I know you had gone through a round of this crap at your place.
Yeah, it wasn't really that bad. I felt pretty bad for a week or so, and then a week or so of bleh, and then after that, I really hadn't been sick. I just can't get cleared to go back to work.
Ugh. Well, hopefully you will recover fully and quickly.
That's all right. I got me a couple of head of cattle, and I'm probably gonna get me a couple more, and then we're gonna may get a chicken coop, and I'm gonna start growing some vegetables in the backyard. I'm serious. I'm not gonna be like that was last time. I'm not gonna be where I can't get food for my family. Bullshit.
Yeah.
He's going country boy can't survive mode.
Country boy. I was a country boy before country was cool.
Yeah, me too. But that's very wise of you to do that. I would do it if I still could. We've got a place here in Oklahoma that's just sitting about 19 acres on it. We might have to do the same damn thing.
Man, if I had 19 acres, man, I'd be growing all kind of shit. Has Oklahoma legalized weed yet?
Yeah, but that's a whole process.
Yeah.
If I had 19 acres, man, I'd be growing weed and selling it to the government, making me some bank. I mean, I don't have any use to smoke it, but I don't have any problems by selling it, because they're going to get it from somewhere. They might as well be from me.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, if the government's legalized
everyone, let us go ahead and I'm glad we can all enjoy a little bit of laughter this evening, because that's what we're here for. We're here for some fun. Last time we met all of our intrepid heroes, they had finally reached the gates of the keep there in Greenest, and they had helped the defenders of the keep drive off the blue dragon that had been strafing the keep. Apparently, the thing was kind of a hired mercenary, and after it got shot a few times, it's like, okay, you guys aren't paying me enough for this. And after yelling at the cultists that it expects its share, it flew off into the proverbial sunset, and leaving the party there in the keep. And it's now probably around, maybe a couple hours before midnight. So it's dark night, hard to see much of anything. There's a bustle of activity. Now that people are not having to fight off the dragon, there's still a number of folks on the walls with bows that are looking to try to keep the humanoids and the monsters like the kobolds from getting too close to the keep. They'll shoot arrows at them to keep them at bay. But now the governor is receiving reports from different parts of the city about the things that are going on. And after you guys have had a chance to rest for a little bit, maybe for an hour or so, you've been brought a couple of healing potions, and you've had a chance to recover from those of you who took archer duty on the walls have had a chance to recover from that. You are now sitting there in the keep, and you have met Governor Nighthill. You have also met the Castellan, who's a dwarf named Escobar, and the governor will come to you all and will say, friends, I know that you're just arrived, and we thank you so much for your help, and I hope you've had a chance to rest. But it looks like we have found a bit of a weakness in the keep, and we're hoping that maybe you could help us shore it up a little bit. There's an old tunnel that was once used to get water from a stream in the case of a siege, but since those days we've built a well, and the well goes down to a source of fresh water, so we don't need that tunnel anymore. However, the other end of that tunnel, while it is camouflaged, it is not terribly durable, and it might be vulnerable if the forces that are laying siege to the city can find it. So we're wondering if you might be interested in going and helping to shore up that door.
Sure, I'm in.
Sure. We'll go take care of your slave trade / drug trade. Water tunnel.
And he looks, and he kind of his eyes kind of shift back and forth, like, what is he talking about? So Escobar will come up, and he will. He's got a large ring that has a couple of keys on it, and he will take one of the keys off, and he'll hand it to you, and he says, you'll need this to get through the gate to get into the tunnel, and then at the far end of the tunnel is a door that is made of wood and bound with iron, but it's the lock on it is very old. You might want to see if you can find find a way to shore that up and keep it from being opened from the outside. There's probably some lumber and maybe some extra stone that's in that tunnel somewhere that you might be able to use. But we'll have to ask you to do what you can to try to help that, keep that locked.
Why don't we just destroy it?
We don't want to destroy the tunnel because that does go under the walls. We would really hate to wind up doing something that might cause a collapse.
I'm at the other end. Or do you want to use it as an escape tunnel just in case?
Yeah, I think we would like to use it as escape tunnel in case we need to.
So you want us to go through this door into the tunnel and find some boulders and rocks and timbers and strengthen this doorway? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes, there's the tunnel has been used for storage in the last bit of time, and so we want to see if we can't use some of the stuff that has been stored in there to block up the outer doorway and keep people from being able to force their way in to the tunnel from that side.
Yeah, I can do what I can for you. I have no problem.
Okay. Excellent. They seem very happy to hear that. And I am going to go ahead and give you guys a map here that will show you. Whoops. All right. That will show you what we're dealing with. This area looks like it's a tunnel about 20 feet wide, and it's approximately whoops, come on you. It's approximately 100 feet long, maybe a little longer than that. And it's got an iron-bound, or it's got a gate on the inside that is facing the courtyard, and then it has the iron-bound door on the other side. So here, let me go ahead and bring you to this map. Okay, so up here at the top is the interior of the keep, the interior courtyard of the keep, and down to the bottom is where you will find the exterior wall. And so then all inside this tunnel you'll find some different types of materials and everything that you might be able to use to shore this up. So let's see. Did I tell you the right distance? Okay, yeah, and it's 65 feet long. Okay, so it's not as long as I thought it was. All right. But it goes down underneath the. You can tell the far end of the tunnel from the courtyard goes underneath the wall of the castle or of the keep, and apparently it must lead out on some hill, because the keep is built up on a little rise that's a hill, kind of the highest point of the town.
So this is inside the keep, and this is and this is outside the keep.
Yeah, let me just real quickly do this. Do outside, and then we'll do courtyard. Okay, there we go. That'll be better reference for you guys.
Has this tunnel been cleared recently?
Has it been cleared? No, in fact, it's not very well cleared at all. It's kind of choked off by debris, and there's piles of like lumber and some blocks of stone that looks like they either were intended to be replacement blocks if something happened to some of the stones of the wall, or that they were maybe big slabs of the same kind of stone in case they were needed for some purpose.
Okay, and I imagine it's dark down there. There's no light.
Correct. There is no light source. Any light you would have to bring with you. Torches, or for those who are, and it's nighttime, so even those who have dark vision, it's so dark in here that even your dark vision would have a hard time seeing through this gloom that's in here. But you know the basic dimensions.
What time of day is it?
It's between 10 and 11 p.m., so it's late night, not quite midnight.
So we get a short rest or a long rest?
You had a short rest.
And while we were on top of the wall, what did it look like down below, the troop-wise, for the enemies? Can you give us a random number, approximate number?
Okay, yeah. Brock, with his military background, he kind of would have been able to make an estimate. He probably would have guessed that he saw between 5 and 8 separate, at least 5 to 8 separate groups of patrols, based on the fact that there were different numbers. It's hard to tell based on the way the smoke and the shadow and the light and everything and all the fires and people moving beyond buildings from what you can see in the keep in the center of town. There could be more than that, but each group probably has somewhere between 5 and the larger groups would have up to maybe 20 individuals in them. So those would be a mix of cultists and kobolds, and then some of them have a couple of those big lizards that they appear to almost have like on leashes. These are things that lizards that are the size of horses, maybe 10 feet long and maybe 3 or 4 feet wide. They're very big. A kobold could definitely jump on one and ride on one. Not sure if a human could because they're so low to the ground. But it probably would be strong enough to carry a human. And then there's the group of wagons that is just out of bowshot of the defenders of the keep walls, and whoever is leading this siege appears to be based at those wagons, because from time to time groups of these cultists and kobolds will come up laden with stuff that they have looted, and they will throw them into these wagons. And the wagon with the half-elf woman and the what looks like a human with a dragon's head, that's the one that the blue dragon yelled at when he flew off after getting shot a few times.
I can't quite remember. Did we receive any information on why the dragon was attacking this place?
Circumstantial. It just seems like he had been paid, or he had been promised treasure by these cultists.
Yeah, I had translated when he spoke Draconic to those individuals. He had made mention that he wasn't getting paid enough, and that you can find me later. That he's going back to his lair, and that he wants payment.
We never found out why he was ordered to attack this place.
Oh no.
Okay.
And also, I believe you had mentioned that one of those individuals was a half-elf that appeared to be a half-elf female.
Yes, half-elf female.
Did I recognize that half-elf female at all, or was she too far away?
She's a little too far away, but you'd have to, without being able to see your face, you'd have to see more than just her standing there and pointing at people. But there's a couple of times when she seems a little put out with people, sort of the way she just rests her fist on her hip, and that does seem very familiar.
Okay, and I imagine that they were located somewhere towards this outside area.
Yes, if I go to the map of the town for a moment. Okay. You guys are here at the keep. Okay, in the center of the town. Okay, come on. No, it's not. It is not recentering. Okay, right here in the center of the town. So I'll just go ahead and do this. Zoom out a little bit. And then where you see these wagons, you see these wagons kind of all over here at this intersection. Okay. And that's interesting where it's not. I'm going to have to draw an arrow because I can see from the other machine it's not pinging. About right there where... Oh, I know why. Because I'm on the wrong layer. Sorry, I've been doing this wrong. Okay, you guys are here at the... And then the wagons are here with the two people at them.
Oh, from the area that we had just left from. Okay.
It looks like they must have rolled in there after you came through, because those dragons weren't there when you guys came through. Maybe they rolled into town after the siege had started. But by the time you all notice, and by the time the dragon has, of course, left, so dragon is gone. Don't need him on the map anymore. And then let me...
Those wagons seem to look like any sort of siege weapon.
No. They look more like cargo wagons. To tell the truth, they look like they would be... Whoops. That's okay. Come on. There we go.
And are we digging to come out on this side of the keep?
No. The it looks like the tunnel goes underneath some barracks or something and would come out over here on this side of the keep. So let's see, we have Falliger, Osprey, Thalador, Brock, and Urgal, right? So I'm going to go ahead and get you guys, and then we'll go back to our tunnel map. Okay. And then if you guys are able to, you can go ahead and move your tokens around. Let me know if anybody has trouble moving their tokens.
I don't see mine.
Oh. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.
Brought in Mike. Oh, no, never mind.
Yeah, I did. I brought Mike over. Okay. So let's see. There we go. Mulek. Copy. And I'll go back to here. And I will paste Mulek in. And then Thaldor, I'll go ahead and I'll put him on the other layer. Okay. All right.
So before I come in, I cast light on a couple of stones, and I wanted to kind of scatter those around the corridor.
Okay. And how long will the light last on those stones?
They're good for an hour.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good. So you'll go ahead and all right. If you put like one towards one end of the hall and one towards the other end of the hall, you can have at least dim light for most of the corridor there. And you guys find some lumber, which is in good shape. You guys find some brick that is here. You find some field stone that maybe can be used, if nothing else, as like heavy weights. And you find the door on the far end. This door here on the far end, it seems fairly sturdy, and there is there are two places that like a large bar could be put. One probably about 6 feet off the floor, so about the head height of a man, and one about 3 feet off the floor, so about at the waist of a man. And it looks like these bars, the wooden beam that would be used to bar the door probably would be somewhere around 6 inches thick and maybe about a foot from side to side. So pretty hefty beams. And you don't see those beams here, but if you could do something to take the place of those beams, that would probably pretty well block up this door. So Mulek has given us some light. Anybody have any ideas about what they might want to do with some of the materials that you have available?
Did we see any loose materials in the courtyard? Any lumber, any stones, anything like that?
Well, there are some piles of lumber in here. Now there's not any tools or anything in here, but there's probably a workshop somewhere in the keep, either the Castilian or perhaps the governor, or maybe one of the men at arms could tell you where to find that if you needed to ask.
Sorry, do I hear any sounds other than us and down this corridor? Do we hear? I just want to make sure we're the only ones down here.
Okay. Well, you've placed your light sources. Okay, Brock's going to go to the other end. If you're going to the other end, go ahead and give me a perception check. 15. Okay. You can hear, Brock, a voice outside. And the voice says, "No, I told you, you go tell them. I think this is a secret way in." And then you hear another voice like, "You tough up. You think you'd boss us around. But we have the blood of the dragons. You go tell them. I will guard the door." And the other voice says, "No, you scrawny little runt. You go. I'm not going over there. And they're not going over there, so you go over there. You tell them what's going on." So that's what you hear, Brock.
Do I hear any like shuffling of feet, or do they sound like they're alone? Those two.
With a 15, pretty much all you can hear is the voices. So you don't know how many creatures there may be out there.
I'm gonna try to silently run to Mulek. Should I roll stealth?
Yeah. I mean, you're inside probably as long as you don't botch it. Yeah, you're fine. 11 is fine.
And then whisper in his ear, "We've got company. They're here."
How many?
2 for now. They're gonna attack.
What did you hear?
2 idiots organizing an attack.
They're going to come in. You think they're going to come in, just the 2 of them?
You identify the door as a secret passageway, yes.
But we don't want them to tell anyone else if they think they found a secret entrance.
It was hard to hear, but they might be alone. There's definitely more coming.
There's definitely like more coming, or they're going to go warn more people.
One was going to guard the door. The other one's going to retrieve reinforcements, I would assume.
Do you think we can stop them?
Osprey's already running by.
If we can stop them before they warn more, that's probably worth the risk.
I would think that we can kill 10 times our numbers before they reach past this tunnel, but who knows how many they have.
Are we able to see? So this is still pretty barred up. Like we can't look through anything and see anything.
Yeah, imagine an iron-bound door. Now the doorway itself is not 20 feet wide. The door is just like a normal sized door, actually maybe a little bit smaller than a normal sized door that you would find on a human house. And it is said that it should be that it was camouflaged from the outside, but apparently not camouflaged as well as the defenders of this place thought that it was, because these people seem to have found it.
What about the tunnel itself? Is this like a mine shaft? Is it just, lumber reinforcing the ceilings, or what are we looking at here?
Actually, the floor is cobblestone, and the walls for the first 20 feet, or the 20 feet closest to the door, the walls appear to be made of the same stone as the outer walls of the keep. So, and then the top is like a barrel vault made of stone. So it looks like this tunnel was probably constructed at the same time the wall of the keep was built. Then leading back further beyond that vaulting gradually flattens out as you get closer and to the other end, and then it just becomes like masonry blocks, and then there are large wooden beams running across the ceiling to hold that up. Looks like probably those beams on the ceiling on the rest of it probably are would be like the under the floorboards of a building, because as you may have noticed in looking at the keep, looking at the keep on the map of the town, you may have noticed that along the interior wall here, there are some buildings like barracks or something like that, maybe kitchens or whatever. So
it seems pretty sturdy.
Yeah, it's pretty sturdy. It's a pretty sturdy tunnel. It's not something that was. Just hastily dug. Yeah. They intended for it to be here when they built the keep.
And the door, can we tell if it opens in or out?
The door looks like it would open out. So the bar on it would keep it from being pulled open if you're able to get the bars into it.
I want to pull out my great axe, examine it. Would it fit possibly as like a makeshift bar for the door?
There would be a lot of play in it because it's designed for a rather thick beam, a beam that's maybe like 6 inches thick and a foot tall.
Can somebody open my character sheet, and roll for blacksmithing to see if I can make it fit?
Okay.
I take out my hammer, start beating on it, see if I can make it fit. You're trying to stir up the grate, right?
Mr. Butson.
Oh,
the reason we're not facing the people on the other side of the door.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Never mind.
Do I feel like if I put it in the place of the bar that's missing, would it offer any extra resistance?
You don't think it would have enough? It's a large axe, but you don't think the way it's constructed with the haft of the axe and everything, it wouldn't have enough bulk to really be effective to bar the door. So probably not.
The door is currently barred, right? Or there is nothing at all?
No, there's not a bar there. There are the, for whatever lack of a better word, there are the anchors that are built into the door to hold the bar. And then the anchors on either side of the door that the bar would slide through to hold it closed. And like I said, there's 2 sets of those. There's one at about the 6-foot height and one at about the 3-foot height.
Well, looks like we have 3 options. Find a way to bar the door, which I don't see any. Wait for the fight in here, or we go out and surprise them.
I say
Go out before they get more.
yes. We try to get those. If we think only these couple know of this entrance, we need to stop them immediately.
Nobody took the mending cantrip.
Doors mostly wood.
I don't know if we can mend huge beams.
No.
Okay.
Wes, are you coming with us? I know you're like not exactly on roll 20, but are you meaning to push out with us?
Sure, you can put Corin there in the front. Let him take some wax.
Okay, Urgal.
Urgal, he can be a meat shield.
We'll
Okay.
take Corum too.
Let's go.
All right.
Who's gonna lead the way? Stop these guys.
I'm just gonna not quite about it. I'm just gonna shove this door open.
Okay, shove the door open. All right. That sounds like a plan. You shove the door open, and when you do, you see a sight outside.
I would like to say before that happens, I would have waited for Urgal to take a station next to me.
Okay. I'm going to do this, and then I will move him up. Whoops. I can't do that because I'm on the wrong layer. I'm still on the wrong layer. Now that's the right layer. Okay, so Urgal comes up, and we'll just say he'll come over here.
And I also took one of my magic pills too before we did that.
Okay. And you see 3 humans and 4 kobolds out there, and the 2 of them appear to be jawing at each other, and the others appear to just be somewhere between bored and surprised when the door opens and there are armed people on the other side. And so we can go ahead and roll initiative for those who have not done so already. So we're going to do...
Is it safe to assume the door's square in the middle?
Yeah. Okay.
So Mila rolled a 17. So I didn't know how to get that 4 in there with the 13.
Okay, so I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do this. All right. Mulek.
Yeah, I forgot to highlight my guy.
Oh, okay. All right.
Sorry.
So then I'll add a turn, and we'll put it's 17 point. What is your
17? 17.17.
Okay, 0.17. All right. And let's see. Our friendly kobolds, they have a 15. 15, and 15.
Ignore that, what I just put up.
Okay, and then the cultists have a 12.
I thought if you had a pro account, Roll20 was supposed to work on your iPad type devices.
There is a mobile version of the app, but I don't know if it's as full featured as the. Oh crap! That's not supposed to be. They're supposed to only have 12. Okay. Yeah, because it works on my phone, but the phone is such a small screen that I don't usually do much of anything with it there. So there's the cultist. And then this, somehow I screwed that up, so I'm just going to give him an 11. Because he landed there. Now, put it in descending order. Okay. All right. It looks like Mulek, that you are up first.
Okay, is the doorway right here in front of Brock?
Yeah, the doorway is right in the middle.
All right, I'm going to go 5, 10, 15. Can I get around him?
Yeah. You can go through an ally space.
The thing is, I can't. Can I do something from here so I can go back, or do I have to go all the way through him?
No, you can stand in his space, and from his space,
okay,
you could see at least. I'll say you can see these two. This front rank, it is a hard corner, so you'd have to come out to see the rest of these, but you could see these two guys.
And I can't move here.
Yeah, you can move.
Okay.
Oh,
can I do that? Or no?
Not as a diagonal. You could come here and then go here.
All right, I'm gonna.
But then of course that would be opportunity attack.
Dang it. Screw it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take the opportunity attack.
Okay, so the cultist he's got a scimitar, and he just will try to whack at you with his scimitar.
To miss.
And that'll be a 13, yes, a miss.
All right, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then I am going to pull out my handy dandy revolver and spin the cylinder and shoot this 20-foot cube.
Ooh, fairy fire.
So I get from here 5 to 20. So basically I shoot it out so it gets this whole group.
Okay. Let's see.
So so this corner to this corner to this corner to this corner. So it'll basically shoot off over all of them from here. The glitter.
Yeah. Well, shoot. Okay. Let's do this. This is kind of a square. All right.
I mean, it doesn't really last. So basically, we can just say it covers basically each one of these individuals have to roll a dexterity saving throw, or they're marked and have.
Okay, so 5, 10.
So they each have to roll, and anyone who fails 14 dexterity save.
Okay.
Anyone attacking those creatures will have advantage.
Okay, so now I can do this. They all have to make it, so I can select them all. I can do. It's a dexterity save, you say, and the DC is 14. And it's no damage, right? And they just do that. Okay, so All right. So Kobold 1 saves. Cultist 1 fails. So Cultist 1 he's glowing. Cultist 2 saves. Cultist 3 fails. So he is glowing. Kobold 2 fails. So Kobold 2 is glowing. Kobold 3 saves and Kobold 4 fails. So he is glowing. All right. And then I need to, on my computer, I need to zoom in so I can get rid of that box. All right. So the ones that have the little radiation symbol on them are affected by the fairy fire. The other ones are not. Okay. And Kobold 4, he's like, ah! Get it off me! And he jumps around a little bit, and then he looks at Mulek, shakes his fist, pulls out his 35 feet. He pulls out his sling, I think he has. And what's the range on that? 30 feet. Okay, so he'll just move up. He'll move up 5 feet. So that he doesn't take the disadvantage, and he will attack with his sling. And hits an AC of 16. Okay,
Yeah,
for 4 points of damage.
Yeah, I might not last this round.
Okay. Kobold 1. It's like, "Run!" And he will charge. Kobold have 30 feet of movement. So he will run up to Mulek, and he will attack with a dagger. AC 14.
It
I think
missed.
that's going to miss.
Hold on a second. He's got to roll concentration for fairy fire for that 16 or that 4 damage.
I don't know if my spell is different because it's cast as an artificer, so I don't need to concentrate on it. It's a magical element. Like not technically. I didn't really technically cast a spell.
Okay. What feature of the artificer are you using?
It's just it's the fairy fire, but it's I don't
okay,
know.
No, but that comes from a feature. So what is the feature that gives you the fairy fire?
No, I get spell slots, but it's cast. So the way an artificer works, and maybe I'm interpreting this wrong, but I use magic, but not in a typical like casting spell. I'll have to look it up. I don't know if concentration counts for me or not.
Okay, spellcasting. You studied the workings of magic, how to channel. As a result, you've gained the ability to cast spells. Observe, you don't look as you're producing wonders using mundane items or outlandish inventions. Yeah, you're still casting a spell. So if it's a concentration, it's still
I wasted. All right, well, I wasted. All right, I didn't. All right.
It's a DC 10. No.
It's a DC 10.
Oh, I got to roll.
So, yeah. Yeah, it doesn't automatically go away. It's just a DC 10.
Yeah, well.
Anyone have...
no, that's a D10. You rolled it. You need to roll a D20. And
sorry.
It's
sorry.
Constitution. Constitution saving.
Constitution saving. Oh, sorry, I hit the wrong thing. My bad. Hold on. Okay. Go back here. Constitution saving throw.
That's enough. That's enough. So you keep your concentration. All right. So Kobold 1 runs in. Cultist 3 is like, what? And then he's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And he is going to attack with his scimitar.
It's a miss.
And that will miss. Okay. That guy is getting very... you guys having a lot of attention. So, this kobold is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and is going to sling a sling stone at Brock.
Nope.
AC 10, which is going to miss. And Kobold 3 will he'll step up and he will take advantage of his pack tactics. He will sling a stone at Mulek. And I believe he's within 30 feet there. Yes, he is. So he will get advantage on that. Okay. So, I'm sorry. I didn't forget that second one. AC 22 will hit for 4 damage. Okay. Osprey, you are up.
I need to roll another Constitution save, right?
Yes.
Oh, come on, baby.
Easily. Okay, Osprey, when you
So this is
can
the door,
see... Yeah, Brock is right in front of the door. You can just basically go through Brock's space to get out the door. The ones with the radiation symbol, you get advantage on attacking them because they are glowing.
Would Osprey dare take an opportunity attack? Is that even still a question?
Okay.
He takes a shot from the... No, he can't. He does not take a shot from the cultist, who already took a shot at somebody else. So he's already used his reaction.
That's true.
This guy is not radiated. This guy is, but this guy's a kobold, so he's a one-hit. He's the one-hitter quitter. So goes after the kobold. Go Ace.
Oh, yes. That will definitely hit. And how would you like to kill this kobold?
Osprey goes outside the door, turns around, says, "Malaksan!" Runs over, switches his sword into his left hand, and whacks the kobold as he goes by.
Okay.
Do not attack Malaksan.
And the kobold dies with a scream. Okay. Cultist 2. He sees that. He's going to pull out a scimitar. 5, 10, 15. He's going to go right here, thinking he's being very clever. And he's going to... No, he can't do that. He's going to stop there. And he's going to attack Brock. He thought he was going to be clever where he could get in position to attack 2 people. AC 22, that might hit.
Damn, that hurt too. Good job.
6 points of damage. Okay. And then cultist 1. Well, these cultists, they don't give him anything except scimitars, so he's going to run over here and try to attack Osprey. They were fresh out of ranged weapons when they recruited these guys. AC 20, will that hit?
Congratulations.
For 7 points of damage. Ouch.
And already, Osprey is bleeding now for the 5th time, I believe, in the campaign.
And both of these guys are bloodied now. Ugh.
Osprey.
Brock, you are up.
Is it possible to hit this guy here around the corner?
Unfortunately, no.
All right, well, I'm going to get myself in trouble not calling out my shield in advance, but I'm gonna pull my great axe.
Okay.
Chap what's in front of me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take a swipe.
Okay. 11 will. Oh, that just misses.
Okay, that'll be it.
Okay, Falliger. Okay, here's the situation. You got a 5-foot wide door. Your teammate is right in front of the door. There's somebody an enemy right on the other side of the door. You can step into Brock's space and attack if you wish, but you can't end your turn in Brock's space. Where you can go after you attack depends on what happens to the person you hit, if you hit him.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay.
See something real quick. Hold on.
All right.
Have we gotten to the end of the round?
No, we have not. And my bad, Wesley. I did a horrible thing.
On the turn order.
Yeah, let me see.
2 critical fails in a row. Woo!
I was gonna say just put me at the end of the round.
Okay. All right. We will do. Actually, I would. Okay. Okay. So, where is the? Okay. Actually, go ahead and take your turn. Yeah.
I cannot get roll 20 to load.
Oh, okay. Oh, let me tell you the situation then. You've got. Okay, Falliger, you missed. You'll have to probably retreat back in the direction you came.
Got 2 attacks.
Since you can't. Oh, okay. He had 2 attacks. Did he miss with both?
Nah, he hit the second one.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
If you'll just give one of the other players access to my sheet, and they can just roll my polearm attack.
Okay. All right. So that's 3 damage. He's not yet bloodied. Okay. Then who would like to control Urgal for the evening?
I wouldn't mind.
Okay.
Pretty much the same type of,
go ahead and now, Chris, you should be able to see his character sheet in your journal and make the movements and attacks with it.
Wes, you're active in chat though, right? So you're going to give me the walkthrough what you want?
Just swing the halberd at the nearest object.
Okay.
Any of them. If there's anyone left that have advantage on him, swing at that one. He's got a 10-foot reach with a halberd.
He does have reach. So you know what I'm going to say, Brock? I'm going to say that if you move Urgal to your space with that reach, he can attack this cultist that has the advantage on it. He can just kind of slide it at an angle through there and get that guy.
Well, if he's got reach, that means he can stand in Falliger's spot and do that, right? Or no?
Oh yeah. He could do that
and avoid the attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
All right, we'll do that with the advantage with the fairy fire.
Did Falliger get an attack of opportunity when he moved back?
Did that guy? I guess that guy hadn't used his attack of opportunity yet, had he? So he should. He probably will miss. These guys. Oh no. Okay. 2 slashing damage, Falliger, and you can blame your teammate for throwing you under the bus.
Blocking the door. Yeah.
Okay. The 16 will hit. 11 points of damage. Okay. Urgal, how does your halberd kill this cultist?
Just split his head in half like a watermelon.
Ooh. Okay. And he screams as he dies. All right. Then we're back to the top of the round with Mulek.
All right, I pull out my 2 daggers and I go with this guy right here in front of me.
Yep. You have advantage on your attack. Oh, nice hit.
That's the first one.
Okay. That's going to bloody him.
And then my offhand dagger. Oh.
12 will hit.
Oh, but 1. Oh, well.
-1. Okay. He's bloodied, and he's hurt, but he's not quite dead yet.
Yeah, I'll just stand my ground.
Okay. All right. This kobold is like, and he is going to. No, he would have disadvantage because that door is almost completely blocked. So he's going to do 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's just going to go, right over to where this guy was standing. And he will attack Mulek with a dagger, and he gets advantage on that attack. 24 for 6 points of damage.
Yeah, I'm down.
Ah. Okay.
Oh. Should be more dramatic, though. We need a slightly different one for players.
Yeah, Mulek has a red circle and a green circle. No numbers as of yet, but he will be making death saves on his next turn. Unless somebody does something for him. This cultist who got stabbed, he looks over at the kobold and says, guess you're good for something after all. And then he swings his scimitar at Osprey. And he hits an AC 5, so he misses. Kobold 2 will use his sling, and he will try to hit Osprey, and he gets advantage because he has allies that are AC 20.
Yes.
For 5 bludgeoning.
TKO.
Oh no. -5. Okay. Then he gets a green circle.
Sorry, I was adjusting my number. I didn't know it was going to make the sound again.
I didn't know it would do that either. Okay. So, yes. All right. Okay. That was Kobold 2. Kobold 3. He's out of people to attack for now, so he's just going to go back over here, and he's going to wait for more people to come out the door because he can't get around Cultist 2. The angle is too bad. If he tried to use a sling on Brock, he'd probably hit his own guy in the back. All right. Osprey, make me a death save, please.
Good. That's there.
18. Hey, that is a success. So we will do... I'm going to do 1. So that's 1 to the good for Osprey.
Also, the advantage on attacks are all gone on those remaining.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, so this guy is no longer glowing. This one is no longer glowing. Whoops. He doesn't have a hand grenade either, and this one is no longer glowing.
And hopefully
Oops.
also doesn't have a hanger.
No, he doesn't have. The dead ones I'm not going to worry about. They can keep glowing. The glow will fade slowly on them. Okay, that was successful. Cultist 2 will try to attack Osprey with his scimitar. Not Osprey, Brock.
Nope.
And that will miss. I think, right? 16 will miss?
Correct.
Okay. Cultist 1 will bleed. Brock, you're up.
Only one thing I can do: take a swipe at this guy outside the door.
Okay. Oh!
Goddamn
Red.
time.
Nice.
Door.
Hey.
Get fucked.
Oh! Holy cow.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Right down the middle from fucking sternum, like all the way down.
Yep. 14 plus 21. So how would you like to kill this guy? You just cleave him in half?
From head to fucking balls. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So 35 points of damage.
And I'll stop
there is no coming back from that one.
About damn time.
I said no disintegrations.
All right, so let's do that. Urgal, you are up. Okay, so Chris.
How many kobolds are left?
2.
3. 4.
There's 3.
Oh, 3. Okay. Sorry.
Can you move Urgal to a position where he could swing on 2 different kobolds?
Yep.
Yeah, right there.
All right, so put him there. Swing at the first one. Then he will use his action surge.
Okay, that's a 20. That's a hit. So go ahead and roll the damage. 8. That kills the one.
Then action surge
Um,
and swing at the other.
Okay.
That was a successful.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, you don't get action surge to your second level. Never mind.
Damn.
Oh, dang it. Okay.
I actually done it too.
It would have been nice.
Well, it would have been nice. You would have taken them both out.
He will growl at him intimidatingly.
Okay, well, we'll say we'll just give you a 21 for your intimidate check instead of the attack roll. And this guy looks at the cultist that just got flayed in half by the big half orc, and now his fellow kobold that just got skewered by this halberd. And he's very, very, very afraid. We might have to see what he's going to do when his turn comes. So, Falliger, you're up. The door is open now. Nothing is blocking the way. Okay.
I'll put cure wounds on this poor wretched guy right here.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't get used to it.
Oh, man.
That's a full heal.
11. Okay, well. All right, so not this, not this, not this. Everything is all better. Okay. And then you just cannot stop there because you're on Osprey's spot. So you'd have to move from there. Okay, so if you move away, then the kobold will get an opportunity attack on you. 23. So that's 4 damage to Falliger. Okay. Kobold 4. Kobold 4 is...
Oh, wait. So even though I was healed, I don't get an attack? Do I lose my turn?
Did you? Oh, did I advance?
Yeah.
Oh, I advanced. Oops. Okay. Never mind. Let's do this. Okay. All right. You're back up.
And I'm going to go ahead and first dagger at this guy.
Okay. That'll hit. That was the bloodied guy or the...
Yeah,
kobold?
right here. Yeah, this guy.
Okay. All right. That will kill him.
And then my offhand dagger this guy.
Okay. 11. Oh, just barely misses him.
Oh.
You got 2-weapon fighting?
No, it's just my 2 daggers.
And doesn't get your bonus,
Yeah, it doesn't get my bonus. It's just a 1d4 on the attack damage. So if I hit him, it doesn't do as much damage.
Yeah.
All right, that's my turn. Oh, let
Okay.
me advance.
Okay, so Kobold 4, he is just incensed. He thought he had you down. And then you came back up again and you killed his friend. That's really mean. And then there's this big half-orc on the other side. He looks kind of dangerous, but you were dead, man. You were dead. You should be dead.
He's a Goliath. Urgal's a Goliath.
That's right.
Half orc.
Okay. Oh, no. I was
talking
thinking
about Brock.
I was thinking about Brock. So then he's going to dagger at Mulek. AC 13, I think 13 will miss, right?
Yeah, but the 17 hits, right? He's got advantage.
He doesn't, because his allies that were next to you are all dead.
Oh.
So he doesn't have any allies adjacent to you anymore.
That's why I went to killing kobolds.
I thought just the fact of having another kobold with the party gave him advantage.
No. He has one of this kobold's allies has to be adjacent to his target. So it has to be adjacent to you.
Perfect.
All right. Then the cultist 3 will bleed. Cultist 2 will bleed. Kobold 3. That Goliath is really scary. His friends are almost all dead. Hey, maybe he ought to go tell the commander after all that about this. So he's going to try to run. Urgal will get an opportunity attack.
Dang it.
Swing.
10, 15, 28.
He's got reached. Oh, fuck. He can only take 1. Damn it.
Yeah. Yeah, so... well, he's not completely off the map yet, so it's not a safe escape yet. Osprey. Do you want to... Well, I guess you need to make another death save.
All Urgal has to do is use his full move rate to get next to him, if that's what it takes, and then when he leaves again, I get another opportunity attack.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so that's 1 success, 1 failure for Osprey on a death save count.
And Urgel's pissed now because 2 of his friends have gone down. He is mad.
Yeah. Cultist 1 bleeds. Brock, if you have a ranged weapon, you can try to end this guy.
I do. I'm gonna have to take it at disadvantage though, but I will try.
Okay.
I'll throw a javelin at him.
Okay.
All right, let's get disadvantage. Oh,
Okay. Let's see. Oh, yeah, 35 feet. Okay. Yeah, 9 is just going to miss. Urkel. Okay.
So,
Then,
so the one the cowardly one running away, is he outside of 30 feet from me?
no, you are, if you use a double move. Oh, wait a minute. From where you were, yes, he was outside of 30 feet from you.
All right, then I'll use the full move to move right next to him so that whenever he tries to flee again, I can smack him.
Yep. That's what Chris has done, is put you right adjacent to him.
I can end this turn though.
Okay. Oh, you cannot? All right. So, Falazur. Here's the situation. There's one... well, your parents went away for a week's vacation, and there's one kobold that is trying to flee out of range. Oh, is that guy? No, is that guy still alive? Oh yeah, that guy's still alive. So there's that guy. You can try to attack him.
Where was? Oh, that one's trying to leave. The Kobold 2.
No, this one, Kobold 3 was trying to leave, but Kobold 4 right here, Kobold 4.
Oh well, we
So
can't.
there's 2 kobolds left.
We can't have this guy getting away. Which one's next? Kobold 4, and then.
Okay. You're right next to this guy. You can take him out.
No, I didn't want to move there. I want to move here. I didn't know there was another guy on the edge.
Okay.
I'm going to kill that kobold that's trying to flee.
Okay.
Come on, no whammies.
Oh, nice. Guiding bolt. Okay. I don't think this party has seen your guiding bolt yet. What does it look like? What does Falazur's guiding bolt look like?
I haven't thought about it. Well, his guiding bolt is kind of like it's a red laser, like, I don't know.
Okay.
Energy source.
Okay. Just zaps out there and smote the kobold for 14 points of damage, killing him mightily. Whoops. That's not what I meant to do. I meant to do...
And we have advantage on
minus.
his corpse.
Yes. Okay. Mulek, you are up, and there is one enemy that's right here.
Yep, I'm attempt to hit him with my daggers.
Okay.
Oh,
Hey, that'll hit for 4 points of damage.
I didn't know Osprey was down. My bad.
He's bloodied, but he's still up.
So I got him with my offhand as well. So 7.
Oh, 7. Okay. How does your second dagger kill him?
Oh, just right through the neck. Just slices his neck and bleeds out.
Okay. All right. Well, that's all the enemies, and if somebody is going to use their turn this time to either do a healing check or provide some magical healing to Osprey, then we won't need to have him make any more death saves.
Do you want me to medicine check him?
Somebody can medicine check him and or can provide healing. One of the two.
We have a cleric. We'll just wait and let the cleric do their job because, if you fail the medicine check, it counts as a fail.
He passed his first check anyway. He should be safe.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't. Well, no. He's the rogue. The cleric is not here tonight. Ivy is not here. So.
The who?
Oh wait, no. Okay, Ivy was the cleric last time. Okay, never mind. All right. Bell is the bard. Okay, so
Nobody in this game has any idea what's going on at any point. There's nobody that is aware of what's going on in this game. I think the only logical answer is that we have some sort of temporal universe.
yeah. So
I don't mind doing.
I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for somebody to tell me that they're using their action to either do a medicine check or give some kind of healing to Osprey.
If someone wants to do a medicine check, if you've got more than a +2, I'll give you one of my pills to give you advantage or give you a little bit extra help on rolling that.
Do you have to be proficient with medicine check to use it?
I think anyone just rolls a medicine check.
Anybody can try a medicine check. It's just obviously if you're proficient, you get a better bonus.
So nobody has
Let
a
me
healing
see.
spell.
Let me see. I'm out of spell. Oh, you know what?
I will push into healing.
I tell you what. Fallazure is going to pull out something special. He's going to pull out his Pearl of Power.
Ah, okay.
And he's going to use it to replace a first level spell slot. And that slot's going to be Cure Wounds.
Okay. And 9 points of damage. Okay. So, all right. Hey, Osprey, no longer making death saves, no longer bloodied. You are back in the fight. And hey, that's 7 enemies that you guys have killed, which means that is 7 bits of treasure. There's treasure.
Immediately after the fight, I'm going to start dragging the bodies inside the tunnel.
Okay. All right. So, individual challenge rating. Okay, so 5, 6, 7. Let's do that. Let's do 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we have. All right. Well, the easy part is that you guys get. And I want to put this in Discord. So from the attack at the tunnel, you get the following treasure. So that will be 34 copper pieces.
I'm putting it in our party treasure as you tell us.
Okay. Then the next cutoff is 31 to 60. So 31 to 60, there's 1. So you get 14 silver pieces. Then 61 to 70. There's none of those. 71 to 95. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow. These guys are rich. Well, they've just been looting after all, so that makes sense. 40 gold pieces. So there's 40 gold pieces, 14 silver pieces, and 34 copper pieces that you get from these guys. Then you get the assorted daggers, slings, leather armor, and scimitars from the cultists. So 3 leather armor, 3 leather armor. Whoops. If I can spell armor. 3 scimitars, 4 daggers, 4 slings. Then what I'm going to say 73 sling stones. Okay. So 3 leather armor, 3 scimitars, 4 daggers, 4 slings, 73 sling stones. The kobolds do not wear armor. They just have naturally scaly hide that gives them their armor. Okay, so we will say that you can spend the next 10 minutes or so pulling the bodies inside. And some of you who've been injured, you go over to some of the lumber piles over there, and you find, well, there's actually 4 pieces of lumber that you could actually use as makeshift bars, because they're square pieces of lumber about 6 inches on a side and about 10 feet long. And you can either just stick 2 of them into each of those holders to bar the door, or if you wanted to take the time, you could run to a workshop and then find something to fasten them together and make a single bar. But really, any of you with rudimentary carpenter skills would be able to know that really wouldn't make that much difference in the strength. Putting the two pieces of lumber in each set of braces essentially would be just as good as trying to fasten the pieces together and use them as a single brace.
I'm sure Urgal could pick those up like they were nothing, right?
Yeah, Urgal and probably Urgal plus anybody else could help, just because of the fact they're kind of unwieldy and long. So Urgal could carry the bulk of the weight, and then somebody else could help to kind of pivot it around and make sure it gets into the holders correctly. Okay, so you guys do that, and with about 45 minutes left to spare on your hour, you come back into the courtyard. Some of you bloodied, fresh gashes in your armor, bruised, and with a little bit more coin, a little bit more jingle in your pocket than you had before. And you are able to find the governor. And he says, Oh, goodness. What happened? What happened out there? Yeah, you guys look awful.
Thank you for your concern, Governor. We were there just on time, but the door is barred now.
Oh, good. Well, thank you. So there were people trying to attack from that angle, you say? we might have been vulnerable.
Urgal holds up one of the kobolds' heads and says, "Yeah, you were, but not anymore."
Oh, well, good. Well, please, take some rest. And so he sends you off to the makeshift infirmary where they've been treating people, and they're getting kind of low on potions at this point, but they do have some of those poultices that will, if you sit around for about 30 minutes, it'll eventually heal up your wounds. So you guys will be able to heal up those wounds, and while you're in there healing, you hear the sound of booted feet running towards that infirmary, and then you hear the governor's voice that says, "No, absolutely not. They've already risked their necks twice tonight, and they've helped to drive off the dragon, and they thwarted an attack. No, let them rest. Do not go bother them. We can have other people take care of this." And then
Urgal opens the door and says, "Who needs killing?"
And there's a little more than a boy out there. He's probably about 14, and he says, There's a monster outside the gates, and he's threatening to kill some women and children."
"A monster, you say? Describe this beast."
He's twice as big as a man, and he walks on two legs, but he has a head like a dragon. He's a monster, I tell you, a monster.
"He's a mere dragonborn. I've slain these things before."
Come to the wall. Please, come to the wall.
Osprey makes a very apologetic look to whoever's been cleaning all the blood off of his laundry.
and they just kind of shake their head and give you a weak smile and say, "Well, try not to get it too dirty this time." And and we are going to take our break for the session. I have quarter till, so let's go ahead and come back at 55 after the hour, and we will go ahead and finish up the session for the end of the session. So, hey, thank you guys, viewers that are online. For some reason, my Twitch on the phone is not always showing me the number of viewers. Usually it does. So I'm having a look at the other screen to see that we have viewers online. All right. So I'm going to put on some music. I'm going to mute myself, but you guys are welcome to chat amongst yourselves or talk to the folks in the Twitch stream, if you will. And I will be back in a few minutes. So about 55 after we will resume.
Well, that daily breath weapon of theirs can be kind of nasty.
All right, everybody. Just getting our next map set up here for everyone. All right. So the fellow asked you guys to come to the wall, and I am going to move our map over and show you what you see outside the wall. Okay, just for reference sake, this down here at the bottom of the map represents the wall with the main gate here. And then some distance out from the wall, you see a few people gathered. You see this person that looks like a dragon, and as you look at him, Urgal, he doesn't quite look like any Dragonborn you've seen before. Dragonborn have very humanoid bodies, usually scaly, yes, and heads that are sort of reminiscent of dragons. They have reptilian heads and whatnot. This person does stand a little taller than most Dragonborn, and he is his head is the spitting image of an actual dragon's head. He might be some kind of exotic dragonborn you've not seen before, but he doesn't quite look like your run-of-the-mill dragonborn. He is standing between a half-elf woman and then 3 commoners, 1 woman and 2 children. And he is yelling up at the gates. This creature is shaped roughly.
Is it just me, or is everyone else lost DM?
Yeah, we lost his entire description for some reason.
Oh, okay. Can you hear
you're back? Yep, you're back.
Yeah. Urgal will look down from the wall and say, "Are you the cowardless cur who uses women and children as a shield?"
Well, to me it looks like you're the cowards hiding behind the walls. Our night has been successful, and I'm feeling generous. Do you see these pitiful, useless prisoners? We have no need for them, so I will trade them back to you. Send out your best warrior to fight me one-on-one, and you can have these in exchange.
You have no honor. I will take that bet.
Okay. All right. So we will go and we will get we will get Urgal, and we will bring him over here to this map. Okay. He will say, he will push the children and the woman away, and the half-elf woman comes over and takes them off to the side. And Mulek, as you're looking out, over this scene, you recognize this is in fact the person that you were looking for.
Okay, because I was looking for Talus, right?
You are looking for somebody you knew as Talus, yes.
Okay. But I'm recognizing this is the person that I.
This is the person that you were looking for, and you. Yeah, you. It definitely seems like this person is now working with these cultists.
Soon he will be serving Hades.
So, Dragon Man looks back at the cultists and the kobolds behind him, and over at the half-elf, and says, "As long as they up on the walls do not interfere with the fight, I want no harm to come to the prisoners. If I fall, they are to be released back to the keep. But I don't think that's going to happen." And then he points his weapon up at the walls. "But I warn you, if any of you try to aid this champion of yours," and he gives the word champion kind of a sneer as he says it, says, "then my troops will slaughter these prisoners where they stand." And he indicates the woman and the two children. And so you guys can hear the governor say, "Weapons down, weapons down, weapons down. We want as little bloodshed as possible." And then he says, "You just go away, you." And the Dragon Man looks up at the governor and says, "I will, Governor, after I spill the blood of one more of your townsfolk." And then he looks at Urgal, and he kind of sneers, and he says, "Bring it on." So
With pleasure, coward.
So we'll go ahead.
You should mention that Urgal is not from there.
That's rather obvious. He's almost 8 foot tall, 9 foot tall, damn Goliath.
Yeah,
Clearly not from the town.
It's like Usprey's like, there's a lot of things wrong with what you just said.
Okay, so let me go. I'm gonna go ahead and roll initiative for.
No, that's Brock.
Oh, okay.
I clicked the wrong character. You roll.
Yeah, go ahead and. Oh, okay. I'll do it. I'll roll for him. Initiative. Oh, hey, that's better.
You're 35
19.
feet from your target. Or go.
Yeah, 19.16. And then let me go here. I've got to go. Oh, whoops. I don't need 2 of them. I need the character sheet is what I need. Initiative. All right, so that is, oh, wow. 21. 2113. Okay. All right, so he is going to, what will he do? He will go ahead and he will say, oh, I will slay you where you stand. And he takes a spear and he throws it. And that's going to be long range for him, so he's going to have disadvantage on this spear attack. Oh, wow. The low roll is a 24 with disadvantage.
That'll hit him.
The high roll is also a 24. It's 2 24s. I'm not sure I've seen that before. So 8 piercing damage from a spear, which will bloody Urgal. And then whoops. And then he will taunt Urgal, and it's now Urgal's turn. Well, whoops. Okay, there we go.
First, Urgal will pull the spear out using his bonus action to what's the warrior thing where they heal themselves?
Oh yeah, second wind. Do you have the right character sheet now, Chris? Or
Yeah, you need
second
there should
wind.
be a macro for that.
Yeah, there.
Combat
Yeah, if you just click on the word second wind, it should. Oh, whoops. Click on the 1d10.
Oh, you need the actual
right.
roll for second.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Click on yeah, there you go. 10 points of damage. Okay. Or 10 points of healing.
14 actually.
So basically it erases that spear damage period. And then he'll run his full 30 feet and using the extra 10 feet of his halberd, take a swing at him.
Okay.
And I'll go ahead and use that one little superiority dice I got to give me advantage on this attack. No, I can't do that because I used my bonus action. Never mind. He'll just swing.
Oh, that's a 20. That'll hit. 12 points of damage. That's a solid hit. But this guy looks pretty beefy. That hurt him, but doesn't knock him down.
I don't think did you mean to move so close, or you just got within 10 feet?
Be 5 feet from him and just enough to swing at him.
Yeah, reach though, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll just say that he stopped there because he
can move 5 feet, and it's not going to matter anyway.
Yeah. Okay. So the Dragon Man. The Dragon Man has a greatsword that he will pull off of his back, and he will step up at Urgal, and he will make 2 attacks with the greatsword. Oh, fuck.
Darn, I wish I was second level. I had
18. Let's see. Is 18 enough to hit?
I think that's his AC.
18 exactly hits for 9 damage on the first swing. So he's back to bloodied again.
I'll go ahead and Stone's Endurance that.
Okay, so what does that do? Half the damage?
It reduces it by, I think it's a die 10 or die 12. It should be under the list of the character abilities plus his con.
You have the sheet, Chris. Can you look that up?
Yep. What are we looking for?
Stone's Endurance.
For some reason, this stupid character. Stone's Endurance. Yeah. You just want me to roll it or what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a roll set up for that. Is that a D10 or D12?
It should say
Should say
on the character sheet.
I believe it's a D10 plus his con.
Yeah, it probably goes up to it.
Yikes.
Oh. Okay, what's his con bonus?
That's 4, so that's 6.
So 6.
Yep.
So he mitigates 6 of that damage, which is good. Then the great sword attacks again. And that's another 18, and it deals 12 points of damage. 12 points of damage is just enough. Whoops, I'm sorry.
Did you add that HP endurance? Because I did too.
Pardon?
Did you add the HP from Stone's endurance?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
So he was at 11.
Should roll 1 point higher on the Stone's endurance.
And then he takes 12 points of damage.
Would have been 2 because he dropped him to 0.
And he, Urgal drops. And then the Dragon Man takes his great sword, sheathes it on his back, and looks up at the walls and says, "Enjoy burying your dead." And then he turns to the half-elf and he says, "Let the prisoners go." And then he says to everyone else, "Come on, let's get out of here. I tire of this town." And they all move off.
How far are the rest of us?
I presume you guys are up on the walls, and as soon as the half elf lets them go, these 3 just race for the gates as fast as they can. And indeed, the rest of these they all just head off and they move out of the area.
Fire the walls?
Do I not get a death save?
Well, you do get it.
If I roll a nat 20, I come up with 1 hit point.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a death save. Chris, you can roll the death save for him. Oh!
What?
Oh, okay. Well, not so fast, my friends. That was
not so fast.
That was indeed a nat 20. So let's just rewind a little bit. We will get these guys. They will come back here. He will get about here. You are bloodied and at 1 hit point. And you... Okay, good. So he has told them all to leave. And the half-elf has let the prisoners go, and they're all turning around to walk away. And actually, the half-dragon has resheathed his sword and is turning around to walk away. So, Urgal, you have fallen, and then your eyes flicker open, and it hurts like crazy, but you realize you're still clinging to life, and that guy has turned his back on you and is walking away.
Urgal slowly stands up and says, "I'm not done yet, coward." And is it an action or a bonus action to drink a potion of healing?
It's an action, yeah.
So he will drink his potion of extra healing.
Oh, okay. So 4d4 plus 4, I think. Greater healing.
Yep.
So Chris, you can do the honors for that. Yep, he's got it.
For some reason, this character sheet is not cooperating with me.
And I looked up the stone endurance. It's a D12, but just for future purposes.
He would have never went down.
Yeah, I was thinking it was a D10 or D12 plus his con. He might not have even gone down then if we rolled the right die.
Right. What am I doing here on this character sheet?
Find the potion of greater healing.
If you look up there under the if you look up there under the weapons, there should be one for healing, potion of healing.
Yeah, there's a potion of greater healing and a potion of healing. So yeah, that was the wrong one.
So it's the
greater healing. Okay.
Damn.
Okay. I think the formula there is wrong because there's like an extra +5 that doesn't belong there. I think.
Still a good roll if you take that away.
Yeah, 44 plus 4. So
should easily take him to max. I think his max is only 12 or 14.
Yeah. So okay. So yeah. So 4 and 1 is 9 and 3 is 12 and 4 is 16. So it's a total of 16 points. And yeah, I think that will. Oh yeah, that'll definitely get him. 14 is the max. So I'll just put him up to full. And he's no longer bloodied. And the dragon stops and turns around and says, "Oh, so you're harder to kill than you appear. Ha 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 ha. Well, let's see if you can do that little trick twice." And he will step back up to you and pull out his great sword again. And he will attack twice more. First attack is a 7, which misses. Second attack is a 23, which will do exactly 14 points of damage. So it takes you exactly to 0.
That's ridiculous.
And then he's gonna wait. Go ahead and roll your death save. He's learned his lesson. He's just gonna wait. See if you get back up again. Okay. Unfortunately, okay, that's gonna be a minus, but he waits a beat, sees that you're not getting up, and then he goes ahead, says, "All right, now we're done." And so that's 1 minus on the death save. Okay, Wesley, if Urgal did not have inspiration, go ahead and give him inspiration. That was worth it.
Because he's already used it.
Yeah, so go ahead and put in. Let's see. Where is that inspiration?
It just clicked the inspiration box there.
Yep, I got it.
Damn it! If I'd have done stone endurance correctly, I might have been able to swing at him.
Yeah. So.
Because I don't think one hit would have killed him, even if I hit him.
Oh no, he was nowhere near even bloodied yet. He's a tough boy. So,
Goliath is no pussy either.
No, he's very tough for a level one.
Wait till he gets to 2nd or 3rd level, then he'll be.
Yeah. Okay, the woman and the kids are crying at the gate, and one of the soldiers opens the gate to let them in, and one of the people who has been working down in the infirmary just pushes his way past the prisoners coming in, and he actually runs out and goes and does a medicine check to stabilize Urgal. And you're no longer having to make those death saves. You're still at 0, and then looks back up at the walls and says, "For heaven's sake, someone come down here and help me get him inside."
We still on the walls?
I presume so.
Yeah, I'll run down if I can.
Okay, all right.
No one else is closer. I'll just.
Yeah. When they see you guys going, a couple of the soldiers will also run out and help you, and they'll bring him back inside. Everybody gets back into the keep. Whoops. Everybody gets back into the keep, and it is all good. All right. Excellent. Well, so after that trauma out in front of the main gates, the sound of the looting that has been going on all night has now died away, and there are still some buildings in the city, still some buildings in the town that are on fire, but it appears that the people who have been attacking the city are going away. And it looks like maybe there's going to be opportunities to do search and rescue, but there may not be any more fighting for the night.
When Mulek ran down there, to help carry, I was looking out towards where that party had just left and just tried to see what I could see. Just kind of grimaced.
Okay. Well, you can just see the people walking away, and it's kind of hard with the haze and the smoke, and with it being the wee hours of the morning. It's kind of hard to see that half elf.
Yeah, I figured. It's more for I'm just contemplating, remembering, just thinking.
Okay. Well, you guys are not asked for any more aid. Everybody feels like you've kind of done enough, and in fact, a number of the soldiers they kind of avoid eye contact with Urgal as much as they can. And anybody who wants to can give me an insight check if you want to.
Yep.
Well, once Urgal awakens, his first question is, are the children safe?
Oh yeah, the kids are safe. They'll tell you. The people in the infirmary. You wake up in the infirmary, and some of the people that have been tending you, they're there. You ask about the children and say, "Oh no, they're fine. They were shaken up a bit, but they are safe. They're reunited with their, they and their mother are in the keep safely. No word on where their father is, sadly.
Well,
but
goodness, I cannot believe it. The cowardless cur did keep his word. Then when I find him, I will make sure his death is quick and painless.
Well, I would not recommend trying to find him tonight. I think you've had quite enough excitement, and they they realize with your size and your strength, it's probably a futile effort, but they will try to just keep a hand on your shoulder to sort of keep you in the cot. If you really wanted to try to get up, you probably could. And Mulek.
He does have a pretty good wisdom. He has a pretty good wisdom score. He knows whenever it's best to lay down and heal.
Okay. Mulek, yeah, you recognize this. You've seen this behavior before from people when they feel like, when they feel ashamed that, there was a call and they might have acted, but they allowed somebody else to do the dangerous task. There's a number of soldiers that feel like they probably should have gone out and faced this dragon man, regardless of the consequences, but instead it was some adventurer that was in the town that had to go do it, and every time they see Urgal, they're kind of reminded of that, so they just don't want to meet his eyes if they can avoid it. They kind of feel a little bit ashamed about that.
Okay.
All right, so.
Well, once Urgal's better, he'll take and the immediate threat is passed. He'll take all the soldiers that are off duty. He'll buy them drinks.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, the rest of the night is kind of a bustle of activity. When 10 minutes passes and the sentries on the wall don't see any more looting parties going through the town, the governor will immediately call the soldiers to start forming up into search and rescue parties, and will send different parties of them to different parts of the city. Their directive is to try to find survivors, try to put out any fires in burned buildings or burning buildings, rally people to the keep if they are injured, do any kind of medical checks they can, and then the grimmest part of it is bring a tally of the dead to a report of how many people that the town has lost, or at least how many people are dead. And then he realizes that tomorrow he'll have to try to do a census and see if everybody is accounted for one way or the other in the town or not. So you guys are not asked to take part in that, but would any of you volunteer to go with any of those groups?
Yeah, Osprey's probably gone off on his own, and he's probably flying above, either doing recon or has gone off on his own rescue mission.
Okay.
So he can be valuable as an heir in the sky, but if there's a situation where it's not, where he can't get to him, he would try to do something on his own as well.
Well, Urgal doesn't know how to heal people, and he doesn't know how to put out fires, but he can carry injured people.
Okay. All right. So they will let you. They will basically try for about a half hour to keep you down, but once you get to feeling like, and you convince them that you can carry injured people around, they will see the wisdom in that, and they will let you go. Now, Ace, I forget on Asimar, but do Asimar have dark vision at all?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
they have superior dark vision, I believe.
They have
Okay.
dark vision, and they can also create light spells.
Oh, yeah,
So
there
it's
it
both
is.
sides of it.
Okay. 60 60 feet. All right. So you fly up. Go ahead and give me a perception check with advantage as you fly around. Let's see.
This is where it feels. That's just a feeling of.
Nat 20.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay.
This is totally him.
You fly into a cloud and you get lost.
No, basically, it's not that bad. Basically, he flies out and he starts to get distracted by some of the sounds he hears. As he goes out to certain places and he gets close to certain buildings that maybe there's fire on one end, he can hear the terrified sound of horses in stables. That the stables themselves are not on fire, but a building close to the stables is on fire, or maybe a building that the stables are attached to is on fire, and the horses are panicking. And so he's meaning to do reconnaissance, but he hears that and immediately he's focused on the animals. So now that you notice that, is there anything that you would like to do with that information?
Okay, so they are in a barn, and there is fire.
Yeah, it's kind of an enclosed stable barn.
Okay.
So yeah, it would be a barn, but it's less like the family farm barn, and more like kind of a commercial barn that might be attached to maybe a business or something like that.
Okay, and the fire is where?
And the fire is on the opposite side of the building from the barn, but the smoke is drifting and blowing through, and the horses can smell it, and it's freaking them out.
There are people fighting the fire?
Right now there's not. You could see if you could personally do something about the fire, or you might go try to get people over to that area to take care of the fire, or whatever else you might think of.
Depends on the size of the fire.
Okay, you go around and you can see that this is a fairly large building. Maybe it's 30 feet on the end, 30 feet from front to back on the end. And it looks like that entire 30-foot wall, flames are kind of licking up it. It seems to be that wall that's on fire, but with as much of that wall that's on fire, if nothing is done, it's probably going to work its way down and burn the entire building before long. Maybe within the next 15 or 20 minutes, the whole building might be smoking ruin if nothing is done.
So it's a wall on its own? It's not attached to a building?
No. It's, think of a building, think of the building long ways. And one end has the stable. You go to the other end, and that end is 30 feet front to back. That end of the building is on fire. The entire wall of that building is on fire, and it looks like it's going to be burning towards the stable if nothing is done.
Yeah, the 2-step. See, so he has the aerial view, and he's been going around, so he knows where the running. He knows where the guards are, approximately. He knows the last time he saw them. So go into there. Go notify them of the fire.
Okay.
Then fly back toward the other side of the building.
Okay. You get there and you can see maybe there's where are we? Okay. You can see maybe there's like 8 horses in that stable.
Yeah.
There's like it's one of these stables that's wide enough where you go in and there's or barn that's wide enough that you go in one end and there's stables along each side, kind of a wide walkway that you can go down the middle of, and then there's lofts up above for hay and things like that, tools.
Okay, so this is a big freaking deal. It's going to depend on how fast the people can be there. The first thing is to buy time. So there should be some carrots or food nearby.
Okay. Well, let me simplify this. Is your plan going to be to get the horses out of the stable and out of the building, or are you going to try to wait inside the barn until the people get there to fight the fire? Let's ask it.
Neither. It's got to do. There's a balancing act between there that there's a detail there. It's how quickly the fire seems. It's how quickly the fire seems to be spreading. If you let 8 horses out at this point, they run wild and go amok. So the first thing is to buy time. The second thing is to see what seems to be the situation. And then the third thing, if it doesn't look good, is he's got to start roping them together and then lead them out.
Okay. All right. So
the biggest one going first.
Yeah. So you spend a couple of minutes looking around, and sure enough, you find somewhere over there whoever owns this barn keeps some. They don't necessarily keep. They would keep some fresh vegetables. There's some carrots and there's some oats and things like that. As you get over there and find that food, a sort of a cloud of smoke wafts through the barn, and you find yourself coughing a little bit from it. That fresh cloud of smoke, it makes the horses start to panic a little bit more.
Okay. Just see if he can get the big guy. Just see if he can get the big guy to calm down. That's
okay. All right. So go over and make an animal handling check. Now you have some food for him, right, but the building, or not the barn itself, but the building attached to the barn is on fire. So I'm going to say those offset. You get neither advantage nor disadvantage. It's just a flat roll. Okay. Hey, that's really good. Okay, so you feed him, and he calms down a little. I mean, he still, you can see his flanks are quivering a little bit, and he's still nervous, but he's not he's not trying to bash his way out of his stall or anything. His eyes are kind of rolling a little bit, like like he's anxious. But when he calms down, the other horses marginally will get a little calmer.
Okay, try.
Okay, I'm going to leave you, and then I'm going to go check with some of the other folks, and I'll get back to you in a minute. Okay. Anybody else doing anything while Osprey is off flying around? We know that Urgal, we'll just say he's headed off with one of the patrols looking for survivors.
Yeah, Mulek will team up with somebody. I'm not going to go out by myself since I almost saw the light.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll help out any way I can.
Okay. So then let's see what Brock and Falliger, what are you guys doing? Are you wanting to stay at the keep and help control things, or are you going to go out with some of the patrols? It's up to you.
Brock would have taken the opportunity to have conversations with the guards and the mayor. He would have looked for the mayor specifically to question him.
Okay. All right. So you find Governor Nighthill, and he's after he gives the orders and sends the or while he's, I guess you can find him while he's giving the orders. So if there's something you want him to say to them, he can do that. So, yes, sir. How can I help you?
It's not every day that a greater dragon attacks a keep. Not only that, but the cult of the dragon itself. What business do they have attacking you?
I don't rightly know. I mean, Greenest is on one of the major trading routes, but we are not a particularly wealthy town. We may be one of the larger towns out on this leg of the route, but there's certainly no mines here. There's no great wealth here. I don't know what they wanted with this. And then when they had the city practically to rights, they just up and left. I don't know what they wanted.
I want to grab the hilt of my battle axe on my side, gripping it tightly, knuckles bulging, and roll intimidation and say, yeah, it's not every day a greater dragon just attacks a keep that has nothing. You sure you don't know anything?
Okay, so, intimidation. And he says, he kind of is taken a little aback, and he steps back and he says, no, sir. No, I don't know what they would want. Of course, the reports have been that the cult of the dragon was gathering, but we thought that was near Baldur's Gate. That's what all the reports said. We didn't expect anything out this way, at least not so soon. Well, do you know what they were looking for? Do you have any suspicions of what they were looking for?
I guess it's to show our power, I assume.
It must be. Well, they certainly frightened the bejesus out of everyone here. It was a horrible thing.
I'll just roll my eyes and walk away.
Yeah, he clearly seems flustered and has, Unless you want to do an insight check or something, he doesn't seem to have any idea.
I'll take an insight check before I walk away, just because.
Okay. All right.
Wow.
Hey, yeah, he seems totally baffled by this. And
Would I have caught any stirrings or any whispers amongst the guards while I was hanging out with them throughout the day?
The murmurs of conversation you hear from them, they're trying to figure out why this cult would target Greenest. And some of them, the kind that you've seen in every army, the kind that are very cynical, they say, well, it's probably just they want to see everything that's not built by dragons burned to the ground, just on general principle. But nobody seems to have heard any rumors of any great wealth or anything like that. They don't seem to have any clue why this town in particular was targeted.
Okay.
Okay. And then Falliger. Anything that Falliger is doing in particular?
Nope, not really. Just hanging out with the boys.
Okay. All right. Well, then I guess you probably could go with Urgal. You would go out with the patrol that Urgal is with and
Sounds good.
help them. Okay, so now let's go back to Osprey. So Osprey, when we last left off, you had kind of gotten the alpha stallion was sort of calmed a little bit, and that seemed to have a bit of an effect on the other horses, but they're all still nervous because you're still smelling that smoke. And then in quiet moments, you can hear the fact that you can kind of hear the low roar of the flames as it seems like more of the building is catching on fire now. And that rumble is sort of being transmitted through the beams and planks of the building itself. And of course, there's a gradual increasing in sort of the level of haze and smoke. And it kind of irritates your throat a little bit and your nose some.
Okay, so that's happening a little bit rapidly. So this is probably going to be organized retreat without ropes. Take Alpha to the front. Hope that he stays there. Start. Actually, take him out to wherever the exit is. Putting him in that direction. A little light rope to whatever board they've got there for that, and then start letting them out so that they can't go without going past them.
Okay.
So,
go ahead and make me another animal handling check as you're opening the other stalls.
This is where the anime protagonist comes in. No, not so much.
Okay, so that's good. The alpha gets his nose out into fresh air, and that seems to calm him a bit. And there's like a trough of water there, and so he'll like go over and he'll start drinking the water by that trough while you're going back and letting the others out. And the others they're kind of anxious, but as you open the gate, they will make no secret of, or they will waste no time when the gates to their stalls are open in getting out of their stalls and trotting towards the exit. But then when they get to that exit, they'll go and the first 2 or 3 will actually go and put their heads in the same trough as the alpha and start drinking the water there. So they at least pause there. The other ones, as you know, now that trough is kind of crowded. The other ones will trot out into the basically into the yard beyond the stable, and they'll kind of stand there, and you're not sure whether it's a trick of the firelight, because now this building, there's enough flame that this building is casting kind of an orange glow of its own out into the yard where the horses are. You're not sure whether the ripples that you're seeing are actually them still trembling, or whether it's just the way the shadows of the flame are playing over their coats. But they are out, and they aren't in a huge panic. The next time a big cloud of smoke rolls their way, they will all move about another 10 or 20 paces further away from the stable.
Okay.
Now, what about Ace? What is Ace gonna, or what is Osprey? What is Osprey gonna do now that the horses are out?
Well, it's about trying to establish control. So he goes out a little bit further than they are, but he goes out with can we do wheelbarrow of food? That's
Sure.
easily possible by dumping the food into the wheelbarrow.
Yeah. There's a hand cart, we'll say, if it's not a wheelbarrow, there's a hand cart there,
Okay.
and you can dump some food in there and drag that out.
Yeah. Moving that out a little bit, and as they go toward there, start with the roping, light roping, hold them as a herd.
Okay. Give me a perception check as you do. Okay, yeah. As you're doing that, you hear a sound that at first startles you, because you're focused so much on what you're doing. You hear a loud hissing sound, and then the hissing comes again, and it takes you a minute. You're looking around trying to figure out where that hissing sound is coming from, and then you realize that some of that smoke from the other end of the building, it's not the dark wood smoke. It's being interspersed with big clouds of white steam. So apparently somebody over there has noticed this building on fire and is trying to douse it with water to put it out. Now, you don't know how successful that's going to be or how much that's going to slow down the fire, but at least people look like they're fighting the fire on the building.
Yeah, the guards finally got themselves together. So we have relative calm.
Yeah.
In which case we have horses arguing with each other for the food right now, and let's see, we're probably off into this. We're either in a really big backyard in a long back place, or we're onto a road by now.
Yeah, it's kind of like both of that. You're kind of in this area here, and you've pulled the horses out of this barn, and you've probably taken the wheelbarrow or the hand cart somewhere over here, and so there's a road back here, some other buildings around, and this building here is the one that they seem to be trying to put out the fire on.
So we're about to go on road, but it's in the middle of the night, so there's no real traffic to speak of.
Yeah, in fact, at a night like tonight, the only traffic would be search parties or people that have been rescued or people that have been injured and are trying to make their way somewhere. And about the time that you're sitting there trying to figure out what to do next, a group of soldiers comes up and says, "Oh, good. The horses are safe." And they look at you and say, "Thank you, sir. Thank you for keeping the horses together and getting them out. Looks like somebody's trying to fight the fire there. House is probably going to be a full loss, but at least the horses are safe. So if the family is alive, they will be glad of that. Thank you again for your help."
Pat's the alpha on the main. He is a good leader.
Ah, okay. Excellent. Well, are you injured? Do you need help?
Not yet.
Okay, well.
Laughs at himself.
Well, thank you. We will, unless you have need for these animals, we will see to them. Thank you again. And so they start. A few of them clearly are cavalry types and very comfortable around horses, and they have obviously worked with frightened mounts before, and so they're giving them making reassuring sounds and gestures and patting them in a way that reassures the horses that, oh, okay, it's going to be all right. So they quickly are trying to go back to normal, and some of them start doing that thing where they're like, "Oh, hey, did you bring me something?" They're looking at the soldiers like they want, sugar cubes or something like that perhaps they have for them.
In horse language, that's a...
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, the rest of the night passes more or less uneventfully. Mulek and Urgal, the group that you are with, goes around, and eventually you can recover 23 people, over the course of the next few hours, who are injured, alive, but injured to the point that they can't be ambulatory. And so, either between Urgal or the soldiers that are on the patrol or whatever, they help get those folks back to the inn, or back to the keep, I should say. The more grim news is that they find a total of about 53 people in the town that are now corpses. So about 53 dead. Most of them, like maybe 35 of them or so, are men. Another 10 or 12 are women, and the rest are children. And then there's most of them are humans. There's at least one deceased dwarf, a couple of halflings that have been killed, and that's about it. And then when they start to do an organized count of the people in the town and the people that they know are being treated for injuries and the people that are dead, they realize that they have maybe about 7 people that are unaccounted for. And there's a few buildings, I'll say like 4 buildings that completely burned to the ground. And there's another 3 that collapsed with partial fire damage. And those haven't been sifted through yet. So it's possible that there's more dead or injured there. Or it's possible that those 7 people either ran away or got captured or whatever. Were taken by the cultists, whatever the case may be. But it looks like there's maybe 7 people missing of their townsfolk. And 5 of those are men, 1 is a woman, and 1 is a child. And that takes us to the end of our session. So you have survived the night in the town. Urgal survived several savage blows from that half-dragon champion of the cultists, and then there's then everybody was able to participate in one fashion or another in the recovery and treatment of the folks who were injured. All right. Well, thank you, everyone, for playing tonight. And thank you to those of you who hung out on the Twitch this evening. We appreciate you being there. For those of you that usually stop by on Sundays, because of the holiday, we will not be playing our Walker of Waterdeep game on Sunday. We'll be taking this week off. So there will be no stream on Sunday. And Ken, enjoy your trip. Hope you guys are safe. Hope you catch a lot of fish and that they are delicious. And for everybody else, hope you guys stay safe. Wes, hope you get a clean bill of health and ability to return to work quickly. Anybody have anything they want to announce between now and next week that is going on? Okay. Well, thanks again, everyone, and for the stream. Wish you all a good night and a happy Independence Day. Gonna go ahead and shut down the stream. Good night, everybody.